Welcome to Nantucket Island. This is my family's summer home that we built 17 years ago. This is our 16th summer, and we named the house Meant to Be. Now, with all good houses, there's always a story, and the story on this one is my daughter found the property for us when she was 12 years old, and we came up and it was sitting here waiting for us. So we named the property and the house Meant to Be. This is the keeping room. The house is built in the historic district, so I wanted to be as authentic as possible. So I try to not have any television in this room. So far I've been successful. But this year we do have a home office here because everyone is working from home in the time of COVID. So there are many beautiful pieces of art here. This is the first one that I purchased before we even built the house, and before it was even a concept that we were building the house. I bought this piece of art and I said, someday I want to hang this over home in Nantucket. And I was lucky enough to be able to make that happen. So there's a lot of local art here. We go to auctions. One of my favorite ones is the Artist Association Wet Paint Auction. And you'll see many beautiful pieces of art from the local artists. The light up here is beautiful, so it's very fun place for artists to work. This is a piece called Welcome Home. It's by Sandra Flavin, and it is the first thing you see when you walk in the door as you look through the vista. And when you come around the bend and see the Brand Point Lighthouse, it always feels like you're coming home. The whale was carved by a local artist, Tristan, and he was sitting on the street on Main Street carving, and I bought one of his whales. This is the family room, and I finally, at one point, had to admit that we watched television, and I did put the television over the fireplace. Fireplace is double-sided, and this is an open space into the dining room. And the nice thing about summer homes is that there's always some history here, that personal history. This table was given to me by a client friend when we redesigned her kitchen. She needed a round table and I needed a rectangle. So this has housed many meals at home and now here. I purchased this beautiful mermaid at auction, and every Saturday they have auctions up here in the summer, and I love her. She graces the house and watches over our family. Ralph Lauren navy blue horizontal stripes never get old. One of the details I did when building this house is we have all the corners of the molding are scallop shells, which I'm very fond of. It's also the logo for Beach Class Interior Designs, which is my business. This piece of art was a very special gift. The day that our daughter got married, it was given to us by her mother-in-law. It's from the Doubleday collection, and it is Nantucket Harbor, and she also purchased that at auction. As I said, you will see many signs of life here, so excuse the phone wires, the shoes, the sunscreen bottles, but I really wanted you to see the home, how it functions. This is a white kitchen. White is just so classic, and this kitchen has really lasted for 16 years. It still looks really fresh. I love trays, many of you know, and because they house everything. Sunscreen, now hand sanitizer, and pens, and salt and pepper shakers. So I always like to corral the necessities of life. The backsplash here I had made by an artist in Canada, and it's mosaic, and it depicts the three lighthouses, Brand Point, Great Point, and Sanctity. We have a small deck. We've had many fun dinners and parties out here. More local artists. Window seat and beautiful Windsor chairs. The sign "We serve breakfast" was also purchased up here at auction, and we do serve a lot of breakfast here. We make bacon every day. More signs of life. The pegboard, great for summer home, houses keys and leashes and hats and there'll be piles of shoes here during the summer when there's guests. Let me take you upstairs. So this credenza was my grandmother's, and I refinished it many, many years ago, and I love having a piece of her here. The boat was given to us from our very dear friends, and that also has a very special place at the front door. Up the stairs, you will see the stripes lead you to the second floor. I love stripes, so you'll see many stripes in this home. This is another street sign that I purchased here on the island, and you'll see these street signs everywhere pointing in the direction of the different towns. We walk now into the master. I love this color, hydrangea blue. Ralph Lauren Cannonball bed. This room has 6 windows, so lots of beautiful light. It's nice to wake up to the sunshine. This is one of the guest rooms, our daughter and son-in-law's room. Our daughter is a photographer, and when we were building the house, they were very young, and she would go around and photograph all pieces of the island. And so we kept them as a beautiful memory of the building process. Now I'm going to take you up to the 3rd floor. We affectionately call this steerage. This house is great because it absorbs people. So this was built as a bunk room, and there are 5 beds in here. We built them when the children were very little, but now they are still coming up here, and we still hear laughter when all of them are up here on the 3rd floor. This is a ship's ladder that leads you to a very special place, the Widow's Walk. So bear with me as I walk the ladder to show you. This is a hatch, and beautiful daylight up here. This is another piece of Nantucket history, and you can come up here and see the harbor. The Widow's Walks are abundant here, and you can see them on top of all of the houses. And folklore has it that they were built many years ago. As you know, Nantucket's a whaling community, for the women to come up here and watch for their husbands to come back from whaling missions. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this short tour of Nantucket Island, and I hope you can feel the joy of summer.